Hello everyone, I have a project share for you today, and this is my DT project, my first DT project for Shabbylicious for February, which is Lily's Beautiful Straw on Zibbet. And this is a stick pin roll, and I was inspired to give this a go. I watched a few ladies on YouTube making the lovely stick pin books, and I believe Fiona Jennings 644, I think that's the numbers. She has a tutorial out on a stick pin book, and it's really lovely. It's a padded, spongy book for stick pins, and I had a look at it, and I think Lydia also made one, and it turned out really beautiful. A couple of them actually, and some other ladies have been doing them as well in various sizes, and I thought I really like it, but I'd like to put my own spin on it as well. So what I decided to do was use the same concept as Fiona used in her tutorial, but I've decided to make it a roll rather than a book, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. And I've used a sushi rolling mat to make it with, which I picked up for something like 20 cents at the op shop. I picked a couple up last week for another project I was working on, and I had scraps, and I thought, oh, let's have a go, let's try that. And of course I've used all Lily's beautiful products on my my roll here. All the laces are from Shabbylicious. They're self-explanatory really. You can see the beautiful dangle lace there. Underneath here I have some of that one there. That's all I've got left of that one now, because I used it on the inside as well. I have one of her beautiful pearlized roses on the top there, and underneath it I have these lovely little appliques, and under that just a couple of layers of one of the fabric flowers that she sells. I just pull those apart. They're only held together simply, and they're very usable for lots of things. I have these beautiful little satin cluster flowers underneath on this side, and they come in a set of 10. She also has a larger, more luxury set of 6, and they have diamantes in them as well. We have some silver filigrees down either side and some pearl centers on top. Beautiful little doodad flowers in each corner, and this gorgeous, gorgeous leaf dangly lace I've just sort of runched in underneath those flowers to one side there. And I think that's about it, apart from the little pearlized leaves that I've tucked in either side. Along the top and bottom of the roll I've used a little lace that Cherry sent me with her book page. It was a very delicate little lace, and I thought I would use that. I've also run a little bit of silver trim along the edge just to finish it off. I have very roughly given my sushi wrapper a whitewash with white acrylic paint, and added just an ever so subtle pinch of glitter. And I've tried to give it that look like some old plantation shutters or well-worn wicker furniture, where the paint's just rubbing off, to give it a lovely shabby chic kind of style. And that's, I'm quite happy with how that part turned out. This lovely lace here is also from Lily's store, and makes beautiful, it's great for tying things together. So let's have a little look inside, shall we? Now I've got my tie to the left, that's the way I like it, but you can have that sat there like that. This is a really nice idea to give as a gift as well. So we just undo it like that, and I've just run that ribbon there right the way through to there, or actually I tucked mine in because I didn't want it squashing anything, so I cut it in half and glued it on either side. And this one is on the inside there, where we have another little bit of one of these flowers here with a piece of her applique that she's now selling, the wedding applique, and a pearlized small flower inside. On each corner of the wrap I have one of the white filigree metal flowers that I've cut 2 petals of and put in each corner, with a beautiful little white doodad flower as well. Down the side you can see the lace that I've used. It's this beautiful, it's got a shimmer to it lace, and all the way along the top and bottom I've used this little beautiful scallop lace as well that Lele sells. And this is my Stickpin roll, and it's exactly the same concept as what Fiona has used. It's spongy padded, and it's just glued all the way around and covered in lace. And as you can see, I've just put stick pins everywhere. It rolls up beautifully. Nothing gets damaged because as it's rolling, the other ones are against the bamboo of the roll. And they're not catching on any lace or anything like that, which is always a wonderful thing. They're not rubbing against each other to scratch the glass or the plastic or whatever you may, used for your stick pins. And these are just a beautiful array of stick pins, random stick pins that ladies have sent me. Aren't they just gorgeous? And they're all different sizes, and I just wanted to show you how easy it was. You've got big ones like this and like this one here, how easy it is to still wrap, and they're all at different heights and there's no problem whatsoever. So that being said, I thought I would give you a small demonstration, or should I say a mini demonstration, how I put this together. And it's very similar to how Fiona does hers, so I'm not taking anything away from that. I will put a link to Fiona's video in the description box below, of course, because I was inspired by what she'd done. I just want to show you how I did it with the sushi wrapper. So let's just put that aside, and I will show you my little mini needle roll, and this is the one I'm going to be demonstrating. And all you have to imagine is that this is the same size as that, and it works out exactly the same. And how adorable did this turn out? See, I had this tiny little scrap left, and I thought, what am I going to use that on? Should I just throw it away? And then I started playing, and I thought, I'll just do a little mini tutorial on how I did it, not actually planning on making anything, just showing you how I set it out. And I just kept going, and I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. It's so gorgeous. Look at that. And this is also using all of the little things from Lele's store. This beautiful pink applique lace she now has in, just some more of the flowers, some doodad flowers. The seam binding is from Olga, who is Mad Stamper on YouTube. Thank you, Olga. She sent that with her book page as well. And inside, this is actually a little needle roll, and I think it's ever so adorable. Look at this. Ah! Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness, I can't believe how cute this is. And that's the front that we roll up, and that's just a scrap I almost threw in the bin. And I'm going to do a little process video. Most of it will be sped up because it's pretty self-explanatory, and Fiona's sort of already done a tutorial on it anyway, but I just thought it would be fun to do. So there we go. We have our lovely stick pin roll, and we have our lovely needle roll. And here's the mini tutorial. So this is going to be a very quick mini tutorial, and mini as in, look how small this is going to be. It's going to be like just a quick how I did it. And yeah, so this is the scrap of sushi roll that I had left. I don't want to go out and get another one from the op shop. I mean, I know they're only cheap, but it's the running around involved. So I'm just going to use this. I've just put a little bit of lace offcut on each end, just so it doesn't unravel on me. I've got my wadding here, as you can see, I've just doubled it over, and that's going to lay on it. And you just have to imagine this is bigger, the size that you want it to be. And it's because it doesn't matter what size it is, the actual way of doing it is exactly the same. So a little bit of craft glue on there I'm using if you've got a hot glue gun, although that may turn out a bit hard, I'm not sure. So center your wadding above or on it like that, just leaving a little gap around the edge. Of course, if the mat were bigger, I would probably leave 1.5 centimeters to 2 centimeters, maybe not 2, 1.5, and maybe 1/2 inch. Once you've done that, I'm just going to put a little dot to keep that end in place there. There's my washing machine, sorry about that. I've just got a little bit of fabric here. You can use whatever you like. Just make sure it's big enough to go right to the ends. I'm putting glue all along the edges. Like that. Holding it at one end, pressing down firmly on the other. And this is exactly the same concept as what Fiona uses. The only difference is I'm using a sushi wrapper as the cover rather than another piece of fabric. So there's no folding over of the fabric once it's done like that. See, there we go, easy peasy. It will roll beautifully like that, no problem whatsoever. And then all you have to do is embellish it. You just have to get, oh, this is just on hand, you know, a little bit of braid. I don't even have to put anything on that side because that's got a pretty little decorative edging. I can trim around 3 sides of it like that, and then on this side where that is, I could put a lovely little bit of applique if I wanted to. Yeah, that'd be pretty, wouldn't it? I'll do that actually. I might use this for little pins, who knows. So of course you put some on the inside, make it all pretty, trim the edges up. That's not hard to do once it's glued on. A little bit of glue, and once again, you know, this is just the glue that I'm using. You can use hot glue. I'm really not sure how hot glue turns out, whether it's too stiff or not. And see how you can see a little bit of wet glue coming through there. That's probably a good time to sprinkle just a little bit of glitter or something while that glue's still wet. And it helps to sort of combat any, you know, glue look as well, which you sometimes get on lace projects. Okay, I'm trying to do this early in the morning before the glue goes too sticky with the heat. So of course that will be your inside. You're going to roll that over like that. On this side here we could put another piece like that if we wanted to. Just have a look. That could look pretty. This is such a pretty little lace. It's a new one that Lele has in. I only got it yesterday. I actually want to get a little bit of I wonder. probably better to paint the sushi wrapper before you start decorating it. Yeah, just saying. Be sure to get the little edges of the sushi wrapper with a little bit of paint as well. So that's done.